I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. All right, over there in that AFC, man, we saw the Bills beat the Ravens, which I got that one wrong.
Me too.
But I want to say something about that. I wasn't as wrong as it seems. But Bills did beat the Ravens 17-3, and the Chiefs squeaked on by the Browns. You were damn near right, Joe, with the shock of the weekend.
Well, no, that was T. That was T.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were about to.
I was about to. I was about to. And then right at I couldn't do it.
You left T on that island by himself. Okay, that's right. But the Chiefs did beat the Browns 22-17. But starting over there, Bills Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm hearing folks go on and on. Fuck folks, particularly Shannon Sharp. We fuck with Shannon Sharp.
Right. What up?
Shannon Sharp said, basically, you crazy if you think the Ravens can win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson as is. He said you're crazy if you think they can win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson as is. Now, if you're going to say that in a game where Lamar absolutely stinks it up and his counterpart on the other team go for like 350, 3 touchdowns, no picks, okay, cool. But tell me if I'm wrong now, Joe. I'm looking at 17-3, but 7 of them points was a goddamn pick six.
It was.
Also, you had a Hall of Fame kicker miss 2 field goals, didn't it?
Yes, 2.
So we talking 17-9. We talking a 1-score game. If Lamar don't throw that pick six, come on, and they in the end zone. That's a 101-yard pick six.
101.
That means that's a 14-point swing. You know what I'm saying? You took points. You literally took points from them.
At least 3. Points. Well, hopefully 3.
Well,
with the kicker missing.
He was throwing it in the end zone. That's
yeah. I got you.
That could have been a touchdown. So
true.
The margin was like this. And I know Josh Allen. I have Josh Allen on my fantasy team. The motherfucker played his ass off this year.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I ain't taking nothing away from the brother. But it wasn't like Lamar was just absolutely outclassed in his games. Like this was a tough game in the elements with the win in particular. Mm-hmm. And you know, that pick six was what the game was on. But we've seen that from folks though. We've seen legendary quarterbacks like Brett Favre, bitch ass, do shit like that.
Here's what I say. I'm not saying Lamar is without blame. Mm-hmm. Watching that game, as a team, as a whole, they did not look like they were ready. I saw them run a play where Lamar's in shotgun, and it's basically a QB run. He goes off right tackle. You have the fullback lead. You got your left tackle pulling. Literally on that play, the left tackle and the fullback got to the line of scrimmage and stopped and was looking for somebody to block. Lamar ended up having to push them to make them go. I've seen them run that play so many times. I've never seen those players do that ever. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was lack of preparation or what. They didn't seem like the same Raven team. They didn't seem like the same Raven team from a week ago. Mm-hmm. Like something was just not right. Here's what I say. This is for Shay Sharp. You cannot say you can't win with a QB like Lamar when the way they've set up their team, they don't have a true number one wide receiver. It basically looked like they are trying to replicate the 2000 Ravens. Well, your defense got to be the 2000 Ravens because I guarantee you, if you put Lamar on that 2000 Ravens team, they're winning the Super Bowl. Like they have a run game and they're trying to play defense. Well, the defense have to be that type of defense.
And I'm glad you said, see, we're thinking the same thing. When he said that, I'm thinking back to his Super Bowl team Like I know he played with John Elway, but you also won a Super Bowl with the team that had Trent Dilfer as the quarterback. Are you telling me
Absolutely.
that Trent Dilfer is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson?
Right.
We've seen Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a Super Bowl with Brad Johnson. Are you telling me that Brad Johnson is a better quarterback? I know you might say he's a better thrower of the football than Lamar, but as a
He was a
quarter,
game manager though.
as a full quarterback, Lamar Jackson got a fucking MVP.
Exactly.
This man been ranked what top 5 player by his peers, if not number 1 player by his peers or something like that. When they came out with them rankings, Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer ain't never been in that combo.
And for the people that say Lamar can't throw the ball, give him a number one wide out first and go from there. If you give him a true number one and he still puts up the numbers like he's doing now, I have no argument. You're absolutely right. But you have to give him somebody. Josh Allen did not look like that before Diggs. He did.
Hey, now,
One more.
I heard Shannon say this too, Joe.
Okay.
To your point with that, stay with
Okay.
that point. He said these 4 quarterbacks we got right now remaining are the best 4 quarterbacks in football. Now, I know how he feel about Aaron Rodgers. I know how he feel about Pat Mahomes. So,
Right.
and I feel like no matter how he feel about Brady, he feel like he gotta give Brady some love.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when he said that, that let me know he now feels that Josh Allen is a better quarterback than, let's say, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. Are you there with Josh Allen?
No. And don't get me wrong. As you stated earlier, his season was amazing, and he looks like. Don't get me wrong. He looks like he's that dude. But I can also say Justin Herbert looks like he's that dude. That, as you say, Deshaun Watson led the league in yards. People, I understand he was on a 4-12 team, but that should
No
show
dig.
you
No guy like this.
not one. And then his receivers were small guys. When you know the 6'4" prototype, all of that, he didn't have that, and he was basically running for his life back there. So no, I don't agree with that yet, because I, the way I see it, I say if you take Allen off and you put Watson in, I think the Bills would be where they're at, and maybe even a 1 seed. I don't know. So no, I wouldn't agree that they're at the top 4. And for this year alone, I wouldn't even put Brady up there. I promise it's not a Brady hate. Brady has had tremendous games this year where he put up numbers. I still don't think he's on that level of a Deshaun Watson where he can basically do that game 1 to game 16.
Yeah, folks. I don't know. You know how folks get, man. They start overreacting to the moment and being
But it's because
hyper
they
confident.
stuck on accomplishment,
Yeah,
and that has nothing to do with right now.
yeah, yeah. In the other game, Chiefs over the Browns. I thought T was gonna be right at the
It
end,
looked like it.
cause shit. Ketchup boy, aka Patrick Mahomes, looked like his ass had just got hit with one of them goddamn Mike Tyson left hooks. It didn't look
That,
good.
that I can't remember if it was the right leg or the left leg, but one of them was limp. It was no feeling in it. And I'm gonna tell you what's weird about that play. I actually kept rewinding that play. I did not see where his head hit the ground. That's how I didn't even know how the woozing was it from the defender hitting him. But if you go back and look at that play, I didn't
Mhm.
quite see his head really. Let me say it this
Yeah,
way: I didn't see
yeah,
his head go
I know what you're
because his I think it was like his forearm was like kind of in front of him. So I was like, why is he so woozy off? That was a little weird to me.
feel like they yanked his neck like this
Yeah,
though.
but would that cause a concussion?
I don't know, man. The brain injury is so weird
Yeah, you're right.
because your brain literally just sitting inside your skull.
Like
It,
you can't even just shake yourself constantly.
yeah,
Cause yeah.
it's literally just there. You know what I'm saying? So in this violent ass game, football and boxing, these guys really be putting it all on the line.
I definitely thought about it. I said once he went out, I said, oh.
Henry ain't picked up that damn. Well, no, he ain't pick up the third. I mean, the third down.
mm-mm.
He got close.
He got close.
He got it close enough that Andy or Eric Bieniemy, well, they can goddamn scheme something up real good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
They
glad.
that wouldn't be as risky.
Right. I'm glad you said that too. Thank you for giving Eric Bieniemy
Oh
his
yeah,
props because I'm hearing reports that's trying to say that he don't call plays well. Nagy and who's the other guy that left Andy and got Peterson.
anybody that been under,
So if that's the case, they didn't call plays neither. So I just wanted to point that out.
anybody that been, but you know what they doing.
Yeah, y'all stop with the foolishness, man. Because guess what? I don't know about everybody else. I know I'm getting fed up with it. Enough is enough at this point.
But we need more guys like Deshaun. Don't just get pissed off when they doing you wrong at your team. You ain't
Be
getting your
pissed
way.
off early.
If these guys collectively get pissed off, some will shake. But that's another story. But
Yeah,
they damn near lost their game, man.
they did.
Which
They did.
kind of make me think, about next week. I don't know, but Browns. What you think about the Browns going forward? Because Joe, I want to text y'all this. The Browns lost one of the biggest names in all of sports,
They did.
and Odell Beckham Jr.
They did.
Did his name come up at all in these playoff games? Did a commentator say in it like it's like the sports world just like Odell gone?
They did mention him.
They
And I'm gonna
did.
tell you,
Okay,
yeah.
I missed that. Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you why they only mentioned him because he brought his name up. He put out the tweet, remember, saying basically, don't be shocked if the Browns win against the Chiefs. That's why his name got brought up. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, he was a forgotten man.
So Odell tried to inject it. Well, not
Look,
gonna say that. He probably repping for his team. I don't
no, no,
want to
no.
say that.
But
I don't
for him, for his sake, because they've been playing so well without him, you gotta say, "Hey, remember me." You have to. Hey, remember me.
man, he was repping for. I'm gonna say he repping for his team, Joe.
I tell you what, though,
I don't want
he's
to look
getting
at him.
traded. I'm gonna tell you that
Whoa,
now.
hold on, Joe. Hold on. Why you taking this?
Wells, the writing is on the wall. You saw that team with him.
Right.
I'm gonna put it. Well, let me not say the team. You saw Baker
Okay.
with him, and
Mhm.
you see Baker without him.
Why the hell can't Baker make it? Why can't we say, okay, y'all did this without Odell? You get Odell back to add to what y'all just did. Y'all going to the Super Bowl.
But you know what? It's the coaches. It's the coaches that say this is OBJ. I got to get him the ball. I can't run the ball 30, 35, 40 times.
Mhm.
We got to get him the ball. Right now, they evenly distribute. Well, not really, because it's like, hey, we're gonna run this route, and then we gonna play action off that when they decide to bring up that 7 man to stop the run. That's basically how they're playing.
Mhm.
Moving forward, everything hinges on Baker. It really does. That game, I can't even say like Patrick Mahomes lit it up.
Mhm.
Baker lit it up. This was like one of those just looked like hard fought game in the trenches. You see Hunt every time he get the handoff, get hit. Him and the defender, they look like they about to fight. It was just one of those games, man.
Mhm.
I will say this: they from the looks of it, looks like they set up well. Because I mean, if you trade OBJ, you're gonna get a decent return.
Mhm.
So you only finna add to what you have already. So they look like they set up well, man.
Now to your point, all right. In that game, Baker went 23 or 37 for 204 yards.
And
One
see,
touch, one
you throw the ball
touchdown,
37 times, you supposed to be in the 300-yard mark.
204. One touchdown, one pick. And Pat Mahomes went 21 of 30, 255. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to the point in this league though. We see 250 and we say,
No,
come
that's
on.
that's regular. That's like a 100-yard game.
Yeah, and he had one touchdown. But that's the way the rules are now. You can't touch a receiver. You can't if it if you hit him with your shoulder, but your head somewhere in there, you lay with your helmet and shit like that. Like I understand what it is. Don't get me wrong, because
Absolutely.
after I saw that concussion movie, I was like, "Fucking my child," and I I can't even say I would be enthusiastic about y'all letting y'all boys play football after
Yeah.
watching that movie. So I understand what it is. But just when we be talking these stats and folks bringing up old school numbers and man, this dude so cold. Look at his number.
You, you
How them
can't
boys used
compare
to
the
play.
era.
How them boys used to play back in the day. Pat Mahomes would have been back in that game.
Exactly.
Pat would have been back in
And
that
it
game.
wouldn't have been no tent. Daddy gave him some smelling salt over there on that bench. And he going back out there.
And I know you know Steve Young. Steve, you stay getting knocked
They was
around.
they were ripping that man helmet off and he was still running. So that's why listen, when Steve Young have mess ups when he's analyzing the game,
Shut up.
I say
Shut up.
I'm telling you, I say I understand.
Shut your fuck shut
I
up.
understand. I understand. I get it.
Right. Stop it. Get your shit
That was,
together.
that was just a little point that I had to make. It's certain people. I'm gonna tell you, Herschel Walker.
I don't know what the fuck.
He,
His shit all fuck. He got CTE.
I'm starting to think that when he played, his helmet was soft.
Go. Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.